So what is different in case of LRDI and why we struggle in this section so much? We don't assume anything unless it's given properly. Each set should be treated as a puzzle. If you are from a mathematics background, you can be an expert in quant. If you are from a strong English background, your VRC might be on peak. But LRDI एक ऐसा सेक्शन है जिसमें झुक के चलना पड़ेगा, है ना। यहाँ पे आप एकदम एटीट्यूड में नहीं रह सकते कि मैं तो कर ही लूंगा. This is a section where I have seen multiple times outside the exam, whenever the feedbacks are taken by different people, every single student, every year, I have heard this. LRDI ने इस बार बजा दी, LRDI ने तो फाड़ दिया, LRDI difficult था. I have never heard that LRDI was easy this year, except CAT 2024. Even then, very few students said this, that LRDI was easy this year. So, what is different in case of LRDI and why we struggle in this section so much? We are going to discuss about that today, and we are going to find a way, we are going to find an approach that if you follow, it's just a matter of time that you get a good score, but you will have to work whatever we are going to discuss today. So, starting with the right way to solve an LRDI set. So, what you need to do, read all the statements carefully, whatever given on each slide. See, the first statement says LRDI tests logic, reasoning, interpretation and not memory. Means whatever you remember doesn't matter much here. What's your logical skills are, what's your approach towards an LRDI set is really important. Use only the given information, never assume anything. That is very important point. Like if it says in the question, okay, that there are some numbers. So we always tend to do this, that numbers means positive integers. That is wrong. Think, if I ask you, think of a number. So you will always, or most of the time, you will think of a positive integer. You can ask anyone. You can ask your friend, you can ask your colleagues, you can ask your siblings that give me a number, and they will always answer you with a positive integer. Check it if you don't believe it. So, we don't assume anything unless it's given properly. Then, read the given information carefully. All the information that is given in an LRDI set, you should read each statement carefully. Alright, so that you don't miss anything. Treat each set like a puzzle, and this is very important. Each set should be treated as a puzzle. Connect the dots. We are talking about logical reasoning, where we have to think like a puzzle, right? So if you struggle with logical reasoning sets, then you should start solving one question puzzle, so that you can start with small logics, okay? And then what we need to understand, that read before you solve. Whenever you are solving an LRDI set, what you should do before that spend the first 1-2 minutes decoding the set. So you need to understand what the given set is all about. Is it data interpretation? Is it logical reasoning? Is it quant-based reasoning? Or is it miscellaneous, right? It could be anything. So you need to get a real understanding about that. Then identify what is asked and what is given for that, and what is missing that you need to find. That is really important. What is given, what is missing, what is asked, okay? Visualize the map of the solution before you start solving, before you start writing, start using your pen on the page. Think for a minute that what you are going to do in the next 3-4 steps, because if you do that correctly, rest of the steps you won't have to think much. You can easily get to the end point. All right. So give it some time. Think all the steps that comes to your mind. Then read all the questions and options properly. Again, this is very helpful. See, sometimes you get a very good idea that what is the difficulty level of the given set. And let's say if a particular set have questions like if this, then what, right? How many cases are possible, right? Who is sitting left of B? Option A, C. Option B, D. Option C. C or D. Option D cannot be determined. So that gives you a proper idea that there could be multiple cases, right? And you will be ready before you start solving the set, that there could be multiple cases and we will have to take that. Then representation is very important, right? In case of data interpretation or logical reasoning. In logical reasoning, we often require making tables like sets like distribution or sets like selections, binary logic, or you can say roots and network. In roots and network, usually people don't understand that if you draw the right root or the right network, you can solve that question easily. But they have never done that, right? They always try to do random things with the given information. They never practice this, that a roots and network question can be solved easily if you draw the proper root. Okay, so there could be different type of sets, different type of topics, like you can say table, matrix, grid, Venn diagram, right? Lots of different type of you can say representation of data can be used, and you should be good about that. Then for caselets, there will be some sets where no table is given, no graphs are given, and even it's not from Venn diagram. What do you do in those type of sets? Those sets are known as caselets. Caselets means कोई एक पर्टिकुलर इवेंट है किसी कंपनी का, कोई एक पर्टिकुलर यू कैन से कोई एक पर्टिकुलर केस है किसी कंपनी का, उसके बारे में दिया होता है, या कोई मार्केट में किसी प्रोडक्ट से रिलेटेड एक केस है जिसके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन है, तो उसमें ना तो कोई टेबल बनेगी ना टेबल दिया हुआ है. सो हाउ डू यू सॉल्व इट? यू रीड ईच सेंटेंस केयरफुली and you write each of the given information on your rough page, each information, so that you don't have to go back to all those information, all those numbers and read them again and again. Okay, so write those and then check the questions, and then you will realize what's given and what we need to do to solve the questions. Then comes practice smart, not just hard. This is really important in case of LRDI. In quant, what you can do, if you have solved like 100 questions of percentages, so in the next 10 questions of percentages, you will be able to solve 8 to 9 questions easily. If you practice 100 questions of triangles, you will be easily able to solve at least 7 to 8 questions of triangles, right? Because there are few properties, and if you know that, if you know them by heart, you can easily apply them. कितने अलग क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे? There is a saturation level for quant, but that is not the same thing in case of LRDI. In case of LRDI, it's really important that you have the right content, the updated content, है ना? कि ऐसा नहीं कि जो पिछले 20 साल से कंटेंट चला आ रहा है वही हम सॉल्व किए जा रहे हैं, तो जितने मार्क्स आपके 20 years बैक आने थे वही आएंगे, फिर वही 80 percentile, 90 percentile. You are never going to touch 99 plus percentile. For that, you need updated content and the proper content that will help you understanding this section completely. And what you should do, you should practice from iQuanta materials, because we update it every single year. Year after year, our books, our questions on dashboards, our questions on IMABC and mocks, sectionals, everywhere we update our content every single year. And apart from that, nothing is better than solving previous year questions for any exam. Let it be 11th, 12th class or graduation last night study or CAT. Previous year questions are the best thing that you can practice. Then always target quality over quantity. It does not matter if you have solved 1000 LRDI sets. It does not matter if quality is not good, if quality is not updated as per the latest pattern. But if you solve 100 LRDI sets only, those are quality sets, updated content with right approach, you might get a very good shot at getting 99 plus percentile in this section. Okay, so quality over quantity. Then build speed through right approach and pattern recognition, not guesswork. Okay, so if there are multiple cases, you don't guess that, okay, this case will work. Okay, this case will work. I'm able to complete the table. I should go to the questions. No, you should have the right approach. If there are multiple cases, you should take all the cases before you decide that yes, that's it. I have considered all the cases. Now I should solve the questions. All right. Then strategy during exam, what you should follow during actual CAT exam. In case of DI, let me give you some idea regarding different categories of sets. So one category is data interpretation, then next is logical reasoning, and then comes miscellaneous sets, which involves both of them, data interpretation and logical reasoning. CAT 2024, there were lots of sets which involved particular data interpretation, calculative sets based on bar graphs or tables, lots of. There were also particular sets which were based on totally logical reasoning. But before that, like CAT 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, it was difficult to recognize if a set is completely data interpretation or logical reasoning. But what's the difference between these two? That depends on your strength. If you are good with calculation, if you have good knowledge of arithmetic topics like percentages, profit and loss, ratio, averages, then data interpretation sets are for you. Why? Because every question is independent. You don't have to work too much. You don't have to solve lots of cases before you move to the question. Even if you are not able to solve one or two questions in that set, you can solve the remaining sets and move to the next one, right? But in case of logical reasoning sets often involves casework. There could be multiple cases. It's hectic, right? It's hectic. Sometimes people lose their patience and they don't want to work on multiple cases. They give up that this set is very difficult. I don't want to do this, and they move forward. But let me tell you, logical reasoning sets, casework are important. If you are good while taking cases, then you will be able to solve every single question. Once you are done with taking all the cases, you will be able to solve every single question, all the 4 questions, all the 5 questions in next minute once you are done with all the cases. So yes, logical reasoning is a little bit of headache, but reward is big. Then be patient when solving any set. Once you have decided during exam, during mocks, after scanning all the sets that you are going to solve this set, don't think about anything else, है ना? Don't think about anything else, है ना? मोदी जी टेलीविजन पे आ रहे हैं रात में 8 बजे, वो क्या बोलने वाले हैं आज पता नहीं सोचना है उसके बारे में, है ना? क्या सोचना है हमें? सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये सेट. I have chosen this set after 6-8 minutes of scanning. I'm just going to focus in this set. Doesn't matter how much time it takes. I will solve this set and then I will think about any other set. Go slow, have some patience, and again I am telling you, if there are cases, work on it. If there are calculation, then go carefully or use the on-screen calculator. Next, don't get stuck on a set more than 3-4 minutes. Let's say you have chosen the wrong set, okay? You did not realize that while selecting that set, but after reading it 3-4 minutes, you are realizing that this set is not for me, right? I'm not getting any idea. I'm not getting any clue how to work on this set. So don't stuck on a single set more than 3-4 minutes. Once you realize that there is no point spending more time on that set, move to the next set because you have only 40 minutes, limited time. You have already spent 6 to 8 minutes on choosing that set. So after 3-4 minutes, move to the next one. All right. So everyone, all of you who are listening to this, who are watching this, follow these strategy, and I'm telling you, you are going to crack LRDI with comfort. It's not difficult to get 98 plus percentile, 98 plus percentile, 99 plus percentile in CAT LRDI section. But if you follow the right approach and correct strategy. All right, then you can see our crash course, CAT 2025 crash course has started. It has only you know, only 2 months left. We have only 2 months left. And this crash course will have 4 hours live sessions every day. Lots of practice sessions with lots of video recordings from basics to advanced on your dashboard. And the most amazing thing that with this CAT crash course, which is only 11,999, you get our premium product, which is CAT IM ABC batch, absolutely for free. Okay, so if you are looking to crack CAT 2025 with 99 plus percentile, this is your last chance. Okay, so join iQuanta and shape your future. Thank you.